Tice, because that's the only way he's really going to be an effective scorer.
Haliburton launches deep three, got it.
You can see that. Talk to him about it. If you're looking at guys, you got to know who's going to make shots.
He'll make a shot, and he's made 2 of them.
Did you see Tyrese Haliburton last night? He turned into Steph Curry out of nowhere. One day he's making normal plays, the next he's draining threes from half court like it's nothing. Even Caitlin Clark couldn't believe her eyes. She was watching courtside, and her jaw hit the floor. Haliburton went from good to great overnight. How did he do it? Remember Tyrese Haliburton from a week ago? Just another solid player, right? Well, forget all that. Let's break down his game back then.
Haliburton for another 3.
Yes, looking good. It looks easy.
Good passes, decent shooting, nothing that made you jump out of your seat. He was the kind of player you'd nod at and say, yeah, he's pretty good, but then something wild happened. Haliburton stepped on the court and became a different player.
Ladies and gentlemen, get your hands up. Hand down, man down. Kept that one to go by Haliburton. That's a 3.
I'm not exaggerating when I say he went full Steph Curry mode. Threes from half court? Check. No look passes that make you question if he has eyes in the back of his head? You bet. The whole package was there, and it was mind-blowing. You know what's even crazier? This wasn't some slow, gradual improvement. It was like someone flipped a switch overnight.
Listen up. He's been outstanding. He's been amazing. His numbers are impressive. We were doing a podcast, me and this big head over here earlier today. Wow. LeBron's averages are 27, 7, and 7.
3 straight. How worried are you about Giannis and company?
Right now, this man is averaging 28, 9, and 6. That shows you how big of an impact he can have on a game.
One day he's regular Tyrese. The next he's making plays that have everyone's jaws on the floor. Imagine being his teammates. You show up to practice expecting the same old Haliburton. But instead, it's like Steph Curry joined the team wearing a Haliburton jersey. That's gotta mess with your head, right? 1 minute you're used to catching normal passes, the next you're trying to keep up with behind-the-back assists that come out of nowhere. But here's the real kicker. Nobody saw this coming.
When he comes back from injury, who's going to be that third guy to step up? They don't have that right now. Brook Lopez looks a bit old, and right now I'm really questioning the leadership in that locker room. Who is the voice in that locker room? Very worried. Look, in the offseason, while other teams went out and made powerful moves, the Milwaukee Bucks went out and made popular moves. Have Dame and Giannis both been balling? Absolutely. But we don't know what Chris Middleton is going to look like.
I think it's just a slow start. They incremented and implemented new players. If you see right here, the Celtics in their loss. But you guys, if you're New York and you're a fan, focus on the World Series. And when that's done, maybe the Knicks will have everything settled.
Not the coaches who work with him every day. Not the analysts who spend hours breaking down game footage. Nobody. It's like Haliburton went into a phone booth as Clark Kent and came out as Superman. But instead of a cape, he's got a basketball and superhuman court vision. So what happened? How does a player go from good to great literally overnight? It's not like he grew 6 inches taller or suddenly got bionic arms. This is the kind of transformation that makes you wonder if there's some secret basketball lab hidden somewhere. Let's dig deeper into this basketball mystery. Was it a change in his training? Did he discover some hidden talent that was just waiting to be unleashed?
Dropping 3 out of their first 4 games, looking nothing like the team, right, that crashed the Eastern Conference Finals. A huge slide in Tyrese Haliburton's offense, too, when you take a look at the numbers. Since then, he's scored exactly 30 just once, and his shooting percentages have also taken a considerable dip here. So, Richard, can you just explain what's happened? He was playing at an MVP level in the early stages of the season last year. Before the All-Star break, he had 7 30-point, 10-assist games, including a pair of 40-point games. And then,
or maybe he made a deal with the basketball gods. Whatever it is, Haliburton's sudden leap to stardom is the kind of story that makes sports so exciting. One day you're watching a solid player, the next you're witnessing the birth of a superstar. Now, just when you thought Haliburton's game couldn't get any more mind-blowing, enter Caitlin Clark. She's not just watching the game, she's having a whole experience. But here's the thing, Clark isn't just any spectator. She's a basketball genius in her own right. So when she's left stunned, you know something crazy is happening. What exactly did Clark see that had her questioning everything she knows about basketball? Picture this, Caitlin Clark, WNBA superstar, sitting courtside. She's seen it all, right? Scored impossible shots, made defenders look silly, broken records left and right. But Haliburton's game, it had her jaw on the floor. Let's break down her reaction. At first, it's pure disbelief. Clark's rubbing her eyes, blinking hard, like she can't trust what she's seeing. It's as if Haliburton's doing things that shouldn't be possible on a basketball court. You can almost hear her thinking, is this real life? Then the excitement kicks in. Clark's on the edge of her seat, pointing at the court, nudging the person next to her. She's like a kid watching fireworks for the first time.
I'm going to give you something that I think might have happened, and everyone understands this.
Okay.
For players, it's all about the confidence. When you step into a shot, when you load into a shot. And we know Tyrese is always going to be able to pass the ball. But one of the things that we were all talking about is that his step back isn't having the same effect. His percentages are down, and a part of that might be the hamstring. People excited. People are going to want to play for him. But the thing that sets up his passing is his shooting. It's his scoring. Because now you got to get close to him, and now he's able to go do it.
Every move Haliburton makes has her bouncing in her seat. It's like she can't contain herself, like she wants to jump on the court and join in. But here's what's really interesting, the respect in Clark's eyes. It's not just amazement, it's recognition. Clark knows exactly how hard it is to reach that level. She's living it herself in the WNBA, pushing the boundaries of what's possible in women's basketball. So when she's shocked by Haliburton's play, you know, it's something truly special. It's like watching a master magician figure out how a seemingly impossible trick is done. Clark's not just a spectator, she's analyzing, processing, trying to understand how Haliburton is pulling off these basketball miracles. You can see the wheels turning in her head, trying to break down each move, each shot, each pass. But the question that's got everyone buzzing remains. How did Haliburton pull off this basketball magic trick? What changed? What clicked? How did he go from solid player to court wizard overnight?
That step back, if you don't trust that hamstring, if it's a little step back, if you don't squat to explode after that, all of those things can affect your jump shot, they can affect your percentages. I'm not talking for him, but when you go and you're a guy that goes left and you step back, you have to power off of this leg so much.
Clark's reaction tells us it's not just a hot streak or a couple of lucky shots. This is something different, something game-changing. And you know what? If it's got Caitlin Clark this excited, we should all be paying attention. Because when one of the best in the game is left speechless, you know you're witnessing something truly extraordinary. Haliburton isn't just playing basketball, he's rewriting the rules of what's possible on the court, and we're all just trying to keep up. Haliburton's transformation isn't just impressive, it's changing the game. We're talking about a player who went from good to unbelievable overnight. It's like he unlocked some secret basketball cheat code. And you know what? This might be the start of something huge in basketball. Think about it. If Haliburton can make this kind of leap, who's next? Are we about to see a whole new era of super skilled players? Players who can shoot from anywhere, pass like they've got eyes in the back of their head, and move like they're floating on air. Here's the exciting part. We get to watch it all unfold. Upcoming games are going to be like watching a basketball revolution in real time. Haliburton's going to be out there, showing off these new skills, maybe even pushing them further. It's not just about one player anymore, it's about what this means for basketball as a whole. So keep your eyes glued to the court. Haliburton's story isn't over, it's just getting started. And who knows, we might be watching the birth of a whole new style of play. Basketball is about to get wild, and we've got front row seats.